We've just received delivery of some Marasai Nisai, 35cm to 40cm. First batch is Kohaku, first box is open. If you just want to come down here and have a look, I'll show you them a little closer. Some stunning Kohaku are here. Again, big favourite of mine, white noses, essential to set the Kohaku off. We've got lovely 2 steps, 2 step there, 3 step there, flowery pattern on that one, and everyone like the white nose at the end there. See, good size as well. These are 35 to 40 cm, but a couple of them are well over 40 cm. That one particular, that's over 40 cm. But these are from Marasai. The Shiroji, which is the white, is beautifully white. It's really clear. And if you think of these, the box has just been opened from the trip from Japan. The condition they're in is excellent. We've got a little one here, Kuchibeni, look. See the lips? Can you see that or not? A little bit of a nose bump, but that will go. There's lovely Kuchibeni on it. And the Beni, the Beni on this, the red if you like, beautifully deep. Excellent. So, lovely Batakoi. We'll be quarantined for a few weeks now. It's middle of February, so the middle to end of March when these are ready. We open on February the 28th and March the 1st. These won't be ready to actually go in your pond, but you can certainly come and reserve one if you like, as is the same with the Sankey's and the Showas that are coming out. So please come and have a look. We're going to get these acclimatised now to their pool. This is the water that came out of the bag. We'll get them acclimatised to the pool that we're under quarantine in, and then we'll show you the Sankey's in the next box. Thank you for looking. Okay, we've acclimatised the Kohaku now. We're going to show you the use of the sock net. We'll release them into the pool here where they will carry on continue their quarantine. Very lively. You get one in there like that. Pour right a bit of water out. Lift it with the sock net into the tank here. And we're going to draw the water through the net like this. Slowly release them. There they go. Number one. Second one. Plenty of bling in these colours when they go in. They're really, colours really pinging. It's beautiful. One. Number 3. For larger fish, I'd always look to get nose first as much as possible. You gradually move them down the net. With a smaller fish like this, they're okay as we're doing it. We'll start off at the nose end, but as slow as they go in. A lot less stress for the fish if you carry them with something like that. I mean, they've not got far to go, have they, really? You know, just from this sort of tank into the main pool is not a problem. If you need to carry them a little way, then you leave more water in the actual top net, so you carry them with water as well. Far less stress for the fish, and you're not touching them as well. It's really good. This one's one with Kuchibeni on its lips. I don't know if you can see it there. Look, Kuchibeni needs lipstick. Japanese. Much sought after actually. A lot of people like this Kohaku with the Kuchibeni on them. Go that's the last one. This is probably the smaller one. Looks lively as well. There's more of a flowery pattern on this one. Nice fish though. With these Nisai, 35 to 47, really big fish. Those go really well. There we go, lovely flowery pattern on that one. Okay, we're going to go and sort the Sankey's out now, and then we'll get those recorded for you as well. Thanks for looking. Okay, we've just opened the second box from Marasai. 35 to 40 cm Sankey. They're down here. If you want to just come down and have a look at them. Absolutely stunning fish. This, to me, the Sumi in these fish, you see it coming through here, all down the body of the fish. This, to me, is how you should have a Sankey. There, to me, this is the perfect Sumi on a Sankey. Other people have preferences for other type, but to me, this is a box of 8 Sankeys that are absolutely how I choose them. Perfect, the Sumi. I've got 2 in my main pond actually, a very similar style to this. That's exactly how you want the Sankey. You've got the Sankey stripes in the tail, the Sankey stripes in the fin here, look. See them on there. Majority white nose. 1, 2, 3, there's only a couple of them. But again, there's a little bit, I'll show you something, a little bit of emoji there on the fin here. Just this one here. You can see it through on my hand. End of the pectoral, look. You can see that white there. Now what we're going to be in salt, and that should correct that. Any problems with this at all, I'll wash it over with a bit of iodine on there, just to prevent it cause any problem. So I'm going to keep an eye on just this one. The others are okay. There's no ammonia burn on the others. It's only this one here, so I can watch that one carefully. Just see it again there. Look on the right pectoral. Not a problem. And the rest will be fine. A little bit on this one. But that'll be gone in a few days. It doesn't take long to clear up. Again, a good size, 40 cm at least. You know, they're quoted 35 to 40. But these are very, very generous with the sizing. Because we get a little bit more water in here now, equalise it to the temperature of water we're going into, and then we'll show you the koi stuff again, releasing them into the pool. But again, thank you for looking. There's one more box to open, and that's shower. Don't know what we're getting with that. We were phoned up by the supplier. We've got 1 extra box of shower, and I've not even seen any photographs or anything of these, so that's going to be a pleasant surprise. I don't know whether they're going to be dark, whether they're going to be light shower, king-dye shower, what they are. I haven't got a clue, so it's a bit of a surprise box, that one is. But the Sankey, again, they're absolutely bang on for how you want the Sankey. This is how Sankey should look, in my opinion, of course. This is how I like to see them. With deep Sumi here, nicely spread down the body, with a bit more Sumi to develop on some of them. Here, some Sumi to come there and join up maybe. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Thank you for looking. Okay, we're going to put the Sankey now into the pool. We've just acclimatised them in the bowl. Got the temperature and the salt level right for them. So now they're okay to transfer them over. It's been a few minutes, of course, well, more than a few minutes, but job's done. See, it's catching these now. Again, prefer to get nose first like that with the top. We're going to have a very little distance to go. I can get most of the water out. Safely transfer the fish into the pool. There she goes. On with the Sankey. Number 1. Number 2. Again. Most of the water out. Transfer in the wet environment. There's the next one. Sankey number 2. Number 3, beautiful. First 3, stunning. This is probably the biggest one. Well in the 45 cm, this is 40 cm. Comfortably. There we go. Nice Sankey stripes on the fins on that one. On the pectorals. Really standing out when they go in. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful fish these are. See the coal black sumi on them. Fabulous. Slightly small, that one. Still a good size. Thank you. Again, these will all be available from the 28th of February onwards to reserve, if you like any of them. And you're more than welcome to take them, if you're in a quarantine facility, that's fine. We may not be quite down to, well, I don't think they will, we'll not be down to outside temperatures by then. If you're comfortable quarantining at home, then you can take them straight away. But other than that, then you're going to have 4 to 6 weeks quarantine here. They'll be ready towards the end of March, I should say. As I mentioned earlier, you can reserve them. That's not a problem. It's something we do all the time if people want to reserve a fish. One with a motor around it, spin you up. We'll get that sorted. I might even catch that one tomorrow when they've settled down and put a bit of iodine on. But again, thank you. We've got some shower coming in the next box, which I've not seen yet. Although I say I haven't seen them, I've had a little glance at them. They look pretty good. So let's get the shower out and then you can have a look at those. Okay, box number 3. Again, 35 to 40 cm Marasai. These are showers. I didn't know what these were going to be like. You can see a picture or photograph anything at all, but come down and have a look and see what we've got. There's a nice little variety of the types of them here. Nice one here. I like this one. This has got all three colours on its face. Some beautiful coal black sumi. And it's got a little bit of equal mockadura in the corner of its pectoral fins there, and the men's area on here. It's the face marking, face pattern. This one's got all to develop down here. You see on the show. This is the interesting thing about the show. You get these things look over this row, the sumi comes through. Deeper cold colour. This is the old type of shower. More sumi on that, more a black fish. Some people like those. That's the old style shower. And then you've got these ones here, the more sort of red and white at the right, Benny and Shirogi on them. That's more like the Kindai show. But again, this has got some good development to do. A little bit of mockadura in the corner of the pectorals there, which is always nice to have. And there's some development to do around the head here. So over the next year or two, that will develop beautifully. I'm very interested. This one too. This has got some development to do on its head. And so has this one here. This one's got what I call it's like the Dainichi shower. You get a lot of Dainichi with this sort of Kaji shower, Kaji sumi on it. This looks like a grey colour. But it's really deep in the body. This comes through later when the fish gets a lot bigger. Well, that's what you're hoping for. It doesn't always come through. But like on the side of this one as well, you've got a little bit on. You've got a lovely deep coal sumi here, and then a little bit of the Kaji sumi lower down there. Again, the thing with shower, they're an interesting fish to watch develop. You're never saying really from one year to the next. And if you're one of the lucky ones, you get them improved. If not, then you've still got a beautiful fish with bonded three colours on it, but they do alter drastically over time. Slightly smaller one there, but again, most of these are well over 40 cm, certainly that one. That's an old star one there, that one and that one. Two old star showers. But anyway, these will be ready end of February, sorry, end of March. We'll be going into quarantine now, which is now about mid-Feb. We're going to get these acclimatised now to their quarantine pool. They'll be available to reserve from the 28th of Feb onwards. And then when they're ready, you can pop and pick them up then. Okay. We're still to get the shower out, but I just wanted you to have a quick look at these Sankey and Kohaku, how they've settled down. Look beautiful in the quarantine pool here. Again, good sized fish, 40-45 cm these are. Yeah, 35 to 40 cm. They're really happy in there and they look stunning. the colours are pinging off them. Okay, we're on the third box now. This is the Marasai Showa, 35 to 40 cm again. It's a beautiful fish. Okay, this one's the favourite. I'll catch this one first to show you. This has got a beautiful balance between the Benny and the Sumi. Now look at this when it comes out. This is how you want Showa to be balanced, I believe, like this. So, beautiful. And then Were, a bit of Honolulu in the corner. A nice balance of Sumi and Benny. The next one, lovely Showa. They're small, a couple of small ones in here. Well, I say small, they're about 40 cm. The smallest ones in here are about 40. Could be 35 to 40, but I think they're 2 or 3 over that. This one will make a nice fish as well. When the Sumi develops on it, some Sumi can go around the head here. And if you come to on the side as well, on the flank of the fish, I'll show you my least favourite, and it's the biggest. I might do a bit of an offer on this one. This is not. I'll give you the reason why in a second. It's going to be a big fish, there's no question about that. And I don't mind telling you, we've got something with a little fault here and there. Well, we call it a fault, but it's still a beautiful fish. But if you look at the Benny at the top here, it's starting to break. And that's the Benny failing. That's the red just breaking up a little bit. As you can see, it's the biggest fish in there. Beautiful. It'll make a lovely fish for anyone's pond, but you can see the Benny not quite developing right on its head there. It happens, it's one of those things, but I'll probably sell that one off a bit cheaper. Somebody wants a big fish for good money, then pop and see me. Again, this is the old style Showa. They used to get a lot of Sumi on them. This is how Showa used to be, well, before Issa Showa Fujo got on the scene a bit more, but this is the old style Showa you need to see more often than not, with plenty of Sumi on it. Some people prefer them, which is good, which is fine. This is another one of the old style Showas. Again, these went very well last year. People were very popular. People do a lot of the Kindai Showa now, and you don't see them with quite so much Sumi on sometimes. But some people prefer them like that. Again, a slightly smaller fish here, but lovely. Nice Benny on it. Going to be a good fish. Again, this is one for the future, just to see how the Sumi develops and comes through. The top there, you might have to just tip it up a bit. Again, as I mentioned before, Showas are probably the most interesting of all to watch develop, to be fair. They change so much. The Sumi development comes through later. You can see all the fishes here. Now, there's the last one. They're all joining together. All happily swimming around. So it's about 6 o'clock now. We're going to just switch the lights off and get them calmed down a bit. I'm not going to give them any food tonight. They would almost certainly eat. They would certainly eat the food if they had it. They look lively enough. I did that with the last batch of fish came in within hours they were feeding, but they give off a lot of ammonia when they first arrive, so it's a bit counterproductive to feed them too much to start with, because you overload the filter system of the water with ammonia if you're not careful. For the first 2 or 3 days, keep a very close watch on ammonia, and if we get any spikes, we deal with it pretty quickly. We don't let them stop in ammonia for any length of time at all. But they do give it off quite heavily when they first arrive, certainly for the first 2 or 3 days. But as soon as they settle down, they're fine. There's the two Showa, there the two traditional types. You can imagine all those together in a pond together, look beautiful. All going to be ready to view on February 28th onwards. Then after that, they'll be available for sale at the end of March, and you can reserve them. Thanks very much for looking.